I spent all year bullying Hollywood, trashing on blockbusters, and roasting the crap out of so many damn films this year. So when I tell you Crime 101 didn't annoy the crap out of me, that's basically a damn miracle! Because honestly, this thing feels like it time traveled from when movies actually used to be good. And no, this one is not sarcasm. For once! Crime 101 feels like it came out of a damn capsule and randomly dropped in 2026. This feels like a 2010 movie or something. Something they actually cared about. And it just surprisingly works. After roasting nearly every film lately, it actually feels good to just, sit down and be like, damn, this was a solid film. It has actual good tension in here and characters you can really follow throughout the entire film. There's no bullshit editing in here. There's no TikTok pacing. It's just a good story. And the worst part about this is nobody's gonna see this damn movie. That's probably the worst part. We'll probably see it when it comes out on streaming or something, but that's about it. I think it's probably due to Hollywood's reputation of making crappy films. But movies like this suffer because they're actually good and nobody goes and see it. And then we get more crap from Hollywood. Because the executives think, oh, no one wants to see this genre of film. And we really do, but no one wants to take a chance on it anymore. Because they might think it's, this 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 garbage that no one wants to see. This is exactly the type of Hollywood film we need more of. If we had a lot more films like this, so many people would come back to the theater. Guaranteed. There's no preachy nonsense crap. There's no message first storytelling in here. It's just a crime movie with adults acting like adults. And that's really it. There's no bullshit in here. There's no propaganda crap. And obviously Bart Layton here understood that. He understood how to make a good story without filling it with agenda crap. And yeah, I gotta say it, this has gotta be my favorite movie of 2026 so far. And that's absolutely wild coming from me, since I've been absolutely roasting the crap out of everything. And I know some people will probably skip this movie just because Mark Ruffalo is in it. And yeah, politically I don't agree with that dude, but can the guy act? He definitely can, and he plays off the role really well. You gotta give him props on that. At least the dude can act. He's not just phoning it in and saying, yeah, I just come here for the paycheck and that's basically it. Come on, guys. Gotta give them the benefit of the doubt. But that's the nice thing about this, is that there's no political crap in here. It's just a damn movie. And everybody plays their role so good. And I guess that just seems like a crazy concept nowadays, because we don't even get that. We don't get good stories, we don't get good writing, we don't get any of that shit anymore. But this one pulls it off. Somehow it does. The cinematography in here is pretty damn clean. It's not cookie cutter basic like every other streaming movie. It just feels raw and grounded. And it did give me some Drive vibes in here. It's not nearly as moody, but it still has that same kind of nighttime tension and that really rawness to those, especially to those car chases in here. It actually feels like something could go wrong throughout it, and you're not just watching a bunch of CGI cars bounce around and do some crap like flying around and having some weird ass physics and shit. Nobody wants that. Then you got the music in here and you're like, damn, this shit was awesome. This Blank Mask guy, I haven't even heard about this dude, so it's always nice to see newcomers come and score movies. But this guy absolutely killed it. It's because it's got that high pulsing heist energy, and you're like, damn, I'm gonna throw this on Late Night Drive or something, because it just fits absolutely perfect to the movie. You're just vibing to it. You're like, yeah, this is the shit. And the biggest thing is the story. I was just really nervous about it because it's 140 minutes long with multiple characters, and this could have been an absolute disaster. But it's somehow really balanced throughout the entire film. You got Chris Hemsworth playing Davis, a thief with a code. No violence, nobody gets hurt. You got Halle Berry playing Sharon, an insurance broker stuck in a life she clearly does not love. You got Mark Ruffalo playing Lou, one of the last detectives trying to do things the right way while surrounded by absolute corrupt pigs. Then you got Nick Nolte in here, and he plays a handler to Davis here, and you're like, damn, he just fits the role really well. Then you got Barry Keoghan in here playing this wild card, chaotic, violent dude willing to cross the lines, Davis here won't. And the nice thing about this film was there's a strike contrast between the two, a nice thief and an absolute chaotic one. And it gives this film real tension throughout the entire movie. You actually feel it, you know? You're like, damn, what the hell is gonna happen to this scene, or what the hell is gonna happen to this character? And you couldn't exactly predict what was gonna happen throughout the entire film. You just never knew exactly what someone was gonna do until you slowly started to realize what their characters were truly like, and then you could slowly predict what was happening throughout the entire film. And the heists in here are pretty smart. You got the surveillance, then you got the planning, then you got the watching routines. You know, it feels very methodical, not just run in and shoot everybody kind of thing. And in a way, that's just very satisfying overall. You got movies like Heat, you got movies like The Town that do that kind of stuff, and it's overall very satisfying. Except this guy just steals like jewelry and diamonds and shit, and it's great. I love that shit. And now for the flaws of this film, the pacing absolutely could have been way tighter than it is. The opening just drays a little bit too much. You could have done like this 10-minute hook where you just started off with a bang and then you get into it and you're like, damn, this might actually be really good, right? But this one just starts off a bit too slow with like a meditation kind of thing, and it kind of ends that way too. And you're just like, it's not. Could have just engaged the audience a little bit more. And then you got the middle romance section in here, and it could have been trimmed just a bit. I kind of knew what they were trying to do with that, but I think if he put that character in a certain situation where the intensity was even higher, where she became part of the heist or something like that, I think that would have made it way more interesting, especially because this guy was a nice thief. And obviously at the ending, he does do some shit, but he really had no choice. But I do think they could have cut like 15 to 20 minutes at least, and this thing could have been like hopping off the roof. This could have been like the best goddamn movie of the 2020s here. Honestly, I'm not even kidding. And I think they could have done some test screenings to find this out. I don't know why they didn't, but they really could have. And a lot of people probably would have told them, yeah, it has pacing issues. And also Hemsworth here playing a socially awkward dude a bit. It's just a little bit hard to buy. Let's be honest. This dude could say the dumbest shit ever and people would be like, damn, I'm gonna suck his cock! But it works. It works overall. So, you didn't buy it at first, but you're like, it doesn't really matter. It is what it is. And then you have Halle Berry here, who can't sell insurance policies to rich people. She could honestly sell people a goddamn pen.
I don't have a pen.
Exactly. Supply and demand, my friend.
She still looks great at 60, so I don't know what the hell this was going on about aging out at 53. Like, damn, still looks good to me. And even with the slower parts in here, I was still engaged throughout the entire film. So, despite its slower pace, it's still a good movie. And that's really rare to see lately, because there's a lot of films that I'm not going to mention that had some really terrible pacing, but that's me. And then you get to the ending and it just wraps up things pretty clean. There's no unnecessary twists in here, there's no overcomplications of anything. It's just a solid finish. You just come out of the theater thinking, damn, where has this movie been? Where has this movie been all my life? Because I've been waiting for it for like 15 years now. And this one is it. Because damn, Hollywood can't make a movie to save their damn lives. But obviously this Bart dude can do it. Get this guy writing the bigger stuff. Give this guy the $200 million movies. This guy understands that. Just write a story and that's it. No agenda, no propaganda crap. Just a movie that has an A to a B and that's it. Simple, fun, you have a good time, things wrap up nicely, and you're just like, yeah, that feels good. I feel like I saw a movie where I could just forget my life existed. That's what I want. Overall, this movie is a 7.5 out of 10, and coming from me, that's damn high! It's got a strong cast, it's got good tension, it's got great writing in here, and you just really wanted to follow along in this story. All it needed was some tighter pacing. And this dude is like the best. He might as well just call himself the best. Bart here, the best. So if you guys like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you didn't like this video, bye bye, turn it off!